Yes, I was going to say thank you very much for having me as a start. And I'm looking forward to, working with, the projects that Maverick Stars will have, and, training and, being working with each other.
Now I know that you already help out when you're not training as hard as you do in Sheffield with Team GB. You're in the gym, and two guys that know you very well that we work with, the Maverick Stars, are already doing initiatives with Mick Maguire, who's part of the Jewellery Quarter Gym, and then obviously Vince McNally at South Y. So give us an insight to your relationship with those two guys.
They're absolutely great. As you may know, Mick Maguire is my coach. So I've been with him since the start. He's the one who's got me to where I am today. So I've known him since before I even put on my first glove. So yeah, it's and obviously Vince as well. He's great. When I go down to South Y and I train over there and I help with the kids and stuff, he's great to have to allow me to be on board as well. So yeah, they're both great guys.
In terms of stuff that you do, again, I know that people like yourself always do want to put something back in anyway, and you're a very familiar face at those gyms helping out. So what kind of work do you like doing with the younger crew coming through?
As I was saying, when I was invited to work in Hereford at South Y Boxing Academy, I really enjoy training with the kids and kind of encouraging them and getting them moving and motivated to train. So it's just little things like encouraging, and making them kind of see that it's possible to achieve things that are either the big things that they want to achieve in amateur boxing, for example, like the national titles and the different tournaments and even getting on GB is all possible. And I just kind of like to reinforce this to the kind of younger generation of boxers. So being at Vince's club has allowed me to do that a lot more.
And they all have hurdles in life, as everybody does, but you've had your own, and your story is really interesting. Obviously, you were born in Russia, Nigerian father. You came over to England, and again, you've had to adapt to a new place and a new language and everything else and all these hurdles. And there you are, just a few years later, as part of the Team GB setup in Sheffield. I mean, that in itself is a brilliant story. And again, how hard did you find it? And I suppose, how many hurdles have you had to overcome to get where you are now?
Yeah, like you were saying, it was difficult, at the start initially coming, over from Russia to a completely different environment. But growing up, I feel like I knew at the back of my mind that, in England, there are a lot of opportunities. Growing up, but my dad has always told me in England there's a lot of opportunities and you just have to work for whatever it is you want and you're able to achieve it, especially in a place like England. So it's something that I will definitely be looking and still, I do now, to push to the kids and, the younger generation, let them know that, if I was able to do it, someone who wasn't even able to speak English till it was about 8, being able to graduate from university, being able to get on Team GB, all it takes is just a bit of a lot of consistency, hard work, and it's possible, definitely. So, I'm proud to be kind of that type of person to be able to show it in reality and really show, the younger generation, especially, that it is possible.
You make it sound so easy. But anyway, as it is, you are there now, part of the setup in Sheffield. What's it like day to day then? How hard are they working you?
You know what? I've always told my coach, Mick, that this is the place where I found my, the place where I'm, kind of destined to be. Do you know what I mean? So when I first started boxing, I've always trained hard and I've always trained consistently and more than once a day. So being able to get on a setup where it's normal to be able to train 2-3 times a day with, world-class athletes, it's great for me because I feel like, I really belong here. At the same time, I feel pushed by, athletes who have been here for, they've got all the experience under their belt. So being able to surround myself with these type of people is great for me.
There's some high company you're mixing with, of course. Well, our Maverick Stars, we have another ambassador there in Connor Tudsbury is a pal of yours, but also there's Fraser Clark and so much talent, the boys and girls there in Sheffield, and then you've got familiar faces, Anthony Joshua, that came through the same path obviously as yourself, and then Rob McCracken, the performance director there, who's done it as a factor, as a professional trainer, as obviously with Team PB. It must be incredible going to work every day.
Yeah. 100%. Like I said, when I started, I used to do a lot of research on Anthony Joshua, Fraser Clark, for example. I used to watch their stuff. I still do that. I still do now. And being able to surround myself with these type of people now is, it shows for me that my hard work is paying off. But at the same time, I need to make sure that I do stay consistent and I do kind of go up the gears with these guys in order to develop myself. But being here, I know that I'm doing the right thing, because I'm in the right place.
Well, listen, get your rest. You've got your next session coming up very shortly. So great to have you on board again. We look forward to all the initiatives that you're going to do. All the best. Cheers, DJ.
Thank you very much. Cheers, Dom.